Hello yogis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through an intermediate level Vinyasa flow. It's a little faster paced and we will be doing some arm balances and a few more advanced moves. If you're looking for a slower paced, more beginner focused video, then I urge you to click in the description box down below. I'll have a link for my beginner video down there, and I will be putting out new beginner content each week as well as a new intermediate flow each week. And on your rest days or days where you're just not feeling so up to working out, I really encourage you to try out the yin videos. They're very restorative and feel really great. Also, because this is a newer channel and I'm looking for feedback on how the videos went for you, anything that you'd like further clarification on, and any requests, I encourage you to comment below with any feedback that you have or requests. Thanks so much. Let's get Alright, we're going to start at the top of our mats. Bring our hands all the way up to the sky and breathe out as you fold all the way down, grabbing onto the backs of the elbows here and just hanging over. You can sway a little bit side to side, put some bends into the knees, open up the back of the legs. Getting into the pose here. Breathe in, bring your hands all the way up to the sky, and breathe out as you bend over. Place your hands down and lift up to a flat back, step or jump back to plank, lower down to chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Can pedal into the legs here, getting a nice stretch into the back of the legs for your first downward dog of the day. All right, with the next inhale, we're going to look to the top of the mat and step or lightly jump up to our hands. We're going to inhale and bring our hands all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Step or lightly jump back to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale upward dog and exhale downward dog. We're going to take our right foot between the hands and lift up to warrior one. Plant the hands down. Step that foot back to plank and exhale into chaturanga. Inhale upward dog and exhale downward dog. Take the left foot between the hands. Inhale up into warrior one and exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. We're going to take that right foot between the hands, step up into warrior one, plant the hands down, step back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Step the left foot forward between the hands, come up into warrior one, and plant the hands down, step back into plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Breathing here. We're going to step or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Breathe in, lift all the way up, and exhale, lower all the way down. Breathe into a flat back, step or lightly jump back to plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. We're going to bring our right foot forward between the hands and come up into warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Windmill the arms down, take the right foot back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Bring the left foot forward between the hands, come up into warrior one, open out, warrior two. And windmilling the hands down, bring that left foot back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Taking some breaths here. Look forward, hop to the top of your mat. Breathe in, lift all the way up, and exhale all the way down. Come up to a flat back, jump back into plank, inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Bringing the right leg up high to the sky, opening up that hip, getting a nice stretch here. You can even bend the knee and take some hip circles. Really opening up into that hip. Try to keep the alignment in the shoulders here. Taking that leg up and lowering it down, crunching the knee into the front elbow and bringing it up. Crunching it into the elbow, bringing it up, three-leg dog, and crunch to the elbow. Bring it up, three-legged dog, and crunch to the elbow. Bringing it up, crunching to the elbow, bringing it up, and lowering it to the ground into downward dog. Coming into plank, lowering to chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Hopping to the top of our mat, inhale all the way up, exhale all the way down. Stepping back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Sweeping that left leg up high, opening up the hip. Can even bend the knee and take some circles here. Really opening up into that hip. Keeping the alignment of the shoulders here. And we're going to crunch that knee into the elbow and bring our leg up to three-leg dog. And crunch. And up. And crunch. And up. And crunch. And up. And crunch. And up. One more time. Crunch. And up. And lower to the ground. Down dog. Looking forward, hopping to the top of our mat. Just hanging here, taking a few breaths, and forward fold. And breathe in all the way up. Exhale, come all the way down. Coming into chair pose, lift those arms up, bend those knees, tuck in the hips, put the weight into the heels. Great job. We're going to bring our prayer hands to our chest and twist to the right, using our elbow on the outside of the right knee to hold the twist. You can open your arms here if you would like. Otherwise, keeping your hands pressed firmly together with your prayer position at the chest. Keep those legs down. Come back to center. And twist to the left with your right elbow to your left knee, really pressing the arm into the leg to secure that twist. Looking up to the top hand here. Keeping a nice bend in the knees, and the weight should be in the heels of the feet. Coming back to center and straighten those legs. Folding over. Halfway lift, jump back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Stepping our right foot forward, coming up into warrior one, opening out warrior two. And we're going into reverse warrior. Bring the right arm up high to the sky, using the left leg on the back leg, or the left arm on the back leg. Windmill the arms down, bring that leg back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Bringing the left foot forward between the hands, coming up into warrior one, opening out warrior two. Again, we're going back into reverse warrior, bring the left arm up to the sky and use the right hand to secure yourself on the back right leg. Windmill the hands down, Take that leg back into plank, lower down chaturanga, and push-ups here. 1, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, press up 4, and down, and press up 5. We're going to take the right arm up and press up into side plank. If you'd like to take this to the next level, you can grab your big toe with your peace fingers and bring that leg up, really pressing into the hand and the foot, really using the obliques here. And coming back to center into plank, 1 breath, and we're going to roll over to the other side, taking the left arm up, really press away from the mat. And if you'd like to take it to the next level, so you can secure your left toe with your left peace fingers and bring that leg up. Really engaging the shoulders here. Real firm grasp into the foot and to the hand. And rolling back to center plank. And roll into down dog. Nice stretch here. Few breaths. Great job, you guys. Looking forward, hop to the top of your mat. Fold all the way down. Halfway lift. Step or jump back into plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot forward and come up into crescent lunge. You can lean back and look up here to get a nice stretch in the back. Bring your hands to prayer position at the chest and twist over to the right. Really engage that back leg. You can open the arms here if you wish. Really keeping alignment in the spine. And a nice bend in that front knee. Bring the hands up to center. Drop the left knee down to the ground into a low lunge. Lift your arms up. And you can create an inwards pull between the two legs here so you're not dropping all the weight into your hips. Make sure that your front knee is not surpassing your toes. If you'd like to take this stretch a little further, you can grab on to the left foot and pull it up. If that's too intense, then just leave your foot down and stay in the low lunge. All right, take that foot back and press into plank. Lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Bring that left leg forward into crescent lunge. Same as before, keep that back leg very active. You can really lift the chest towards the ceiling here. Bring your hands to prayer position at the chest and twist to the left. You can open your arms up if you wish. If you're keeping the prayer position, really press into the hands to help keep the engagement there. Making sure that front knee does not surpass your toes. All right, come up to center. Drop the left knee down to the ground into a low lunge. Again, creating that inward scissor in your hips. Really stretching the arms up, engaging your hands. If you'd like to take it to the next level, you can grab onto your right foot and pull it towards your butt. Get a nice stretch in the front leg there. All right, you can lift up and go back into plank. Lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Step or lightly jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Jump back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Step that right foot forward into warrior one. Straighten the front leg, hop the back foot in about a foot, and bring the front arm down to triangle. That's your right hand on the inside of your right leg. Try to keep your arms as straight as possible, looking up to that top hand. If you cannot bring your hand all the way to the ground without bending your knee, then simply bring your hand to the inside of the leg. So you're still keeping that straight alignment of the arms. Now you're going to plant your hands on either side of the right foot and press up into airplane. So your arms will be straight out in front of you and the back leg will be lifted. So your foot and your arms should be in line with one another. Really balancing on that right leg, keeping activation in the back leg. Now we're going to move into half moon pose. So if you place your right arm down on the ground or on a block, you're going to open the left arm up towards the ceiling and keep that back foot up. The hip open towards the wall. If you fall out, just come right back to it. It's perfectly fine. I fall out all the time. All right, coming out of half moon, going into a forward bend here, leaning over the legs, and taking hold of the toes with your peace fingers, getting a nice stretch in the back of the legs here. All right, let go of the toes, breathe in and lift all the way up. Breathe out, lower all the way down. Step or lightly jump back to plank, lower down, chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. We're going to step our left foot to the front of the mat, come up, warrior one. Straighten that front leg, walk the back foot in about a foot, and bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Triangle pose. Make sure that top arm is up towards the ceiling in line with the bottom arm. If you cannot bring your hand all the way down to the ground, you can use a block or just hover it on the inside of your leg. Making sure that you keep that T in the alignment of your arms. Bring your hands down to the mat on either side of the left foot and push up into airplane mode. We're going to bring out the back leg nice and straight and the arms out in front of you, looking forward at a spot on the wall. Finding a spot that's not moving will help you to focus on your balance, really keeping the balance on that left leg. We're going to go into half moon now. Bring your left hand down on the floor or to a block. Open up the hip and bring your right arm up towards the ceiling, looking up if you can. Great job, you guys. Remember, if you fall out, just go right back to it. All right, coming out to a forward fold. You can bang on the back of your legs with your fists, wiggle your knees around, shake out the legs. Good job. Lift your arms all the way up and bend down into chair pose. All right, now once you're in chair, we're going to take the right leg and we're going to put our right ankle on top of our left knee. And keep the leg bent, the left leg that is, in a chair pose. We're going to straighten the left leg up and then bend back down. Straighten and bend. Straighten up and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten. One more time. Bend down. We are going to take a modified flying crow by placing our hands down on the mat and keeping our right leg where it is, but placing it on the backs of our elbows, right up in the armpits, and lifting the left leg up if possible. We're going to step back into plank, lower down chaturanga, inhale upward dog, And exhale, downward dog. Few breaths here. If you do fall out of these poses, it's no big deal, guys. It's all part of the learning process. Practice makes perfect, right? Look forward and jump to the top of your mat. Inhale all the way up and exhale into chair. Now we're going to take the other side. Bring the left leg and the left ankle on top of the right knee, bending down into chair, and prayer hands at the chest. We're going to straighten the right leg up and bend down. Straighten up, bend down, straighten up, bend down. Straighten the leg up, bend down, straighten, and bend. Now we're going to take that modified crow, where we're going to take our leg across our elbows, right, tucking it up into the armpits. Bring that right leg straight out. If you fall, that's fine. So did I. And come back into plank. Lower it down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Good job, guys. Few breaths here. Look forward to the front of the mat and hop forward to your hands. Now we're going to take our palms of our hands underneath the palms of our feet. Put a nice bend in those legs. Give your wrist a little massage. Breathing here. We're going to take our hands out and lift all the way up. All right, we're going to go turn sideways on our mat. Bring our feet quite far apart so that when you bend your knees all the way down, they're not surpassing your toes. We're going to pulse up and down 20 times here. I know it burns. You guys got this. You're awesome. It's helpful to lift the toes and put the weight into the heels of the feet here to protect your knees. All right, now you're going to take your feet parallel to the end of your mats. Come all the way down to the mat and walk your hands backwards. If this is enough for you, that's wonderful. If you have headstand in your practice, you can take tripod headstand here. If not, just stay in the forward bend. Trying to reach your hands behind towards the wall. Now, if you're in headstand, please come out. Everybody lift up halfway to a flat back. Bend the left knee, keeping the right leg straight, bringing your hands at prayer position to the chest. If you'd like to take a bind here, you can wrap your arms around that knee and hold your hands behind your back. Flexing the left foot here. All right, you can unwrap and walk your hands to the other side. Bending the right knee now, flexing that left foot, and bringing your hands to a prayer position at the chest. Looking over at the sky towards the left. You can take a bind if you would like. All right, unwrapping here, coming to the center and heel toeing your feet into the middle. Just slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time and stepping back to the top of your mat. Lifting our hands all the way up, breathe in. Exhale all the way down. Inhale to a flat back, bend those knees and bring those arms up into chair pose. Bringing the hands to prayer position at the chest. And we're going to do it again because I know you loved it before. Bring that right foot onto the top of the left knee. Straighten that leg. Bend down into chair. Straighten that leg. Bend down. Straighten the leg. And bend. Straighten. And bend. Straighten it up. And bend. And now we're going to attempt the flying crow once again, the modified flying crow. Plant those hands firmly on the ground. Tuck that right leg into the armpits and straighten that left foot out behind you. Step back into plank, lower down, upward dog, and downward dog. Few breaths here. If you guys do want to work on that modified flying crow, be sure to pause the video and take some time with it. No worries. That's the beauty of doing it at home. Step to the top of your mat. Breathe in all the way up. Breathe out all the way down. Coming into chair. Lift those arms up. Now we're going to take the left leg and the left ankle on top of the right knee. Keeping that right leg bent in chair. Straighten it up. Bend down. Straighten the leg. And bend. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. One more time. Straighten. And bend. Now you're going to get your foundation set up for the modified flying crow. Plant those hands down. Bend the elbows. Tuck the left foot and leg into the armpits and straighten the right foot out. Step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Few breaths here. You deserve it. Look to the top of the mat, jump forward, bring your feet out to the sides of your mat and lower your butt down into a yogi squat. Press your palms together at the chest and straighten the back up. Use your elbows to push the knees apart from one another. And we're going to come into crow pose. Bring your hands down onto the mat. Set up your foundation and you're going to bring your knees into your armpits and rest the shins on top of the back of your elbows. You can lift your feet up one at a time or both. Really working on your core strength here. Now, without touching the ground, shoot those feet back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. If you can't do that, just meet us in downward dog. No big deal. Now looking to the top of your mat, take a breath in and jump forward. Sit down on your butt and lie down. We're going to do some ab exercises here. Coming up into boat pose. We're going to do some boat pose crunches here, where we lower almost all the way lying down, but keeping our shoulders off the mat and our feet off the ground and crunching up into boat pose. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you're breathing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and lower down. Few breaths before we start doing our scissor kicks. All right, bring our legs up into scissors, starting with the left leg at the top, and switch legs. Holding it here. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your feet aren't going on the ground. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hug those legs in. Take some much deserved breaths here because you're going to need it. Bring those feet up and touch your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and hold here. Keeping that crunch, shoulders off the ground, reach for those toes, and release. You can hug your knees into your chest. Coming into bicycle crunches here, starting with the left knee and the right knee. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax. Prepping for bridge, we're going to plant our feet down firmly beneath our bottom and lift our hips to the sky. We can grab our hands underneath and roll our shoulders under if it helps. Really pressing those hips up. And release. A few breaths before we go back up. You can take another bridge if you do not have wheel in your practice. If you do have wheel in your practice, we're going to go up into wheel pose. Really pressing those hips to the sky. This is great for the butt. Release. A few breaths here. And pressing up into bridge or wheel. You guys are so strong. You're awesome for making it this far. And release. Nice breaths in and out of the nose. And pressing up to bridge or wheel. You guys are doing so well. Keep going. Release. Take some nice breaths here. Because we're going to do one more. Are you guys ready? Pressing up to bridge or wheel. You're so strong. Your body's made it this far. Keep going. You can do this. Breathing here. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side if you want. Get some nice release into that lower back. All right, we're going to take hold of the feet on the outside and pull down into happy baby. Nice firm grip on the feet here. Breathing. Can release and do some nice little rocks to come up. 2 and 3. Rock up to the top of your mat. Step back into plank and lower down onto your belly. We're going to do a locust pose. You're going to take hold of your hands behind your back and lift the legs up off the ground and the shoulders up off the ground. The chest should be nice and high and your feet should be flexed. Release. Bring your ear to the mat. Take a few breaths. Prepare to do another locust. And coming up, really pressing that chest off of the ground and lifting those feet in the air, but keeping your knees together. And release. Good job. The next position we're going to do is bow pose. So if you do not have this in your practice, you're going to take locust again. If you do have bow pose in your practice, grab the outsides of your ankles and lift up. Really pulling back so that your thighs are touching the ground. And release. Good job, you guys. The hard work's almost over. Don't worry. And we're going to take bow pose one more time. Locust if you do not have bow. And go up. You guys are awesome. And release. Good job. Taking some lovely breaths here. We're going to press into child's pose. Relaxing and ujjayi breathing. It's at this part where it starts to get easier. And all that hard work and sweat seems worth it. All right, coming out of child's pose, we're going to take a seated forward fold. So sit on your butt and bring your legs out straight in front of you, flexing the feet towards the ceiling and towards your shins. Bring your hands all the way up to the ceiling and bend forward. If you cannot touch your toes, then keep the alignment in the spine and go as far as you can without bending the knees. As soon as you bend the knees, you've gone too far. And come up a little bit and go deeper into the pose. Really good, you guys. Now we can come out of the pose. We're going to open our legs nice and wide into a straddle position. Scoot forward to your limit, wherever that is. Listen to your body. And we're going to bring our chest towards the floor. If you cannot go all the way down, that is fine. Just come to wherever you're feeling the sensation in your legs without bending the knees. If you're feeling the sensation to bend your knees, then that's probably where you should hang out. Not pushing yourself any further than your body wants to go. Just getting a nice stretch. Walking your hands in and walking over to the left leg. Nice side stretch here. Grabbing a hold of the foot if you can. Walk your hands over to the left side. The right side. Getting a nice side stretch here. Now you can bring your legs together and do some nice windmill window wipers here. Release the tension in the back of the legs. And come up into down dog. We're going to lift our right leg up and swing it forward to the top of the mat and lie it parallel to the top of the mat in pigeon pose. You can bring your chest down to the ground Or you can just stay with your arms up next to your sides, whichever feels best for you. The right foot should be flexed here. And make sure that the leg is parallel to the top of the mat. The shin of the right leg, that is. Breathing in and out of the nose. Just because we're relaxing, don't let your mind wander too far. Stay here with us. And we're going to press up out of that pose and go back into down dog. Lifting the left leg now and sweeping it to the top of the mat and bringing your leg down with your shin parallel to the top of your mat, your left foot flexed, and slowly bringing your chest down or coming onto your elbows. If that's too sensational, you can always stay vertical at the top half of your body, really listening to what's best for you. And breathing here. Not letting your mind wander too far. Just really relaxing in this pose. All right, you can slowly start lifting up and press back into downward facing dog. Hop to the top of your mat and sit down. Going to lie on our back. Now we're going to come up into a shoulder stand. So we're going to bring our feet up to the sky and press our back up off the ground. You can use your hands to support you here. Do not move the neck with the pressure on your neck here. It's very important that you're not twisting your neck back and forth. I simply look at my toes or watch my belly go in and out. If you have plow, you can fold over into plow here. Breathing in and out of the nose. Not just staying in shoulder stand. If you would like to take this to the next level, you can do ear pressure pose. Bring your knees to the outsides of your ears and lightly squeeze your head. And slowly, one vertebra at a time, rolling back into lying down. We're going to do a lying spinal twist, so we're going to bring our knees into our chest and roll over to the left. If you'd like to get an enhanced twist, you can take the right leg and cross it over the left leg. Bring your arms out to a T and look the opposite direction of your legs. Closing off the eyes, breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Nice ujjayi breaths here. Your right shoulder should not be lifting off the floor. If it is, you've twisted too far. It is fine if your knees do not touch the floor as long as your shoulder is still touching the ground. All right, coming back to center and switching to the right. Remembering you can deepen the twist by taking the left leg, crossing it over the right, and twisting. Looking in the opposite direction and remembering to keep that shoulder down on the ground, not twisting any further than your body wants to go. Just breathing here. You guys have done a wonderful job today. So proud of all the work you've done. It's nice to balance out all that work with some well-deserved breathing and relaxation. All right, bringing your knees back to center. We're going to place the palms of your feet together and let the legs drop open into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. You can bring your hand to the belly and your other hand to the heart, and breathing here. And slowly coming out into Shavasana, allowing those legs to drop wide and open. Arms dropping out to the side with your palms facing the ceiling, and just breathing here. Really allowing yourself to enjoy the sensations of the hard work you've put in. So incredibly proud of you all for sticking with it to the end, regardless of how hard you were breathing, how many times you fell out of a pose. You're warriors. You did amazing today, and you should be proud of yourself. If you'd like to pause the video and stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, please do that now. Otherwise, I will leave you to it. If you did like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button and share with anybody who you think would benefit from this video. If you want to be updated with all the new content as it comes out, please don't forget to select the subscribe option and select the bell notification button. It will give you a notification in your YouTube inbox every time a new video is uploaded. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste, yogis.